देख बिना ब्रेक।
Download Tak app.
Iraq has become the new battleground for the new conflict between Iran and the United States of America. Things and matters escalating. I'm being joined by Iranian ambassador to India, Ambassador Chegani. Many thanks for joining us, Ambassador, sir. How do you look at the escalation in the region? We've seen a couple of new threats from America, and after the attacks that we saw, or the retaliation by Iran, Donald Trump has come out and said that it will not go unanswered. So how do you see the escalation in the region between the two countries?
Actually, maybe you are aware about the very clear statement by my government. We are not for any escalation. We don't want to increase the tensions. We are for peace, prosperity, and security in this region for the countries that they are in this region. We, the Iranian, we don't use to be against any country, and we are not beginner of any war or any tensions or escalation, but very good defender of our rights. And we consider our national interest as the regional interest also is involving us, as involving for every country is involving. So we hope the escalation goes down. We are not for that. We are not for war. We do believe all the countries in this region, including India, can help this escalation, and this speech not means this is the mediating between this and that. No, this is our region. We should keep our security by ourselves. Some collective and regional security for everybody in this region. Of course, the region, if is it safe, that will be safe for everybody. The oil price will be reasonable, won't go up like that. The people who are working in Persian Gulf states or in Iran or in India or anywhere, they will feel security and peace in the mind, so they will be safe. So the people, economy, security, and everything related to this region will be in favor of peace.
Ambassador, sir, we are in a room today at the Iranian embassy where a condolence book has been kept for Major General Qasem Soleimani. How important, how significant was the Major General for Iran? Does not require any telling. He was one of the most important people in Iran. And that's the reason why your foreign minister in an interview said that whatever it is, the people of the region know that US forces will have to leave.
Yes, this is a decision not from Iran only. The roots of the problems of tensions is the outsiders being in this region. You see, if you have the base in Afghanistan, invasion of Afghanistan, after that what happened? The production of opium in Afghanistan is 10 times more than before the invasion of Afghanistan. Where is the peace? Still, the people of Afghanistan needs a time to rebuild their country. So as far as there is outsiders and some hands like that, they are creating the problems. They are creating and making the terrorist groups. You see who created Al-Qaeda, who created ISIS. So in Iraq too, after 17 years of invasion of Iraq, what happened to Iraq? Iraqi people are a sovereign people, are a proud people, and an independent country, very rich country. They can develop their country by themselves. What are they doing in Iraq? Only creating the problem for Iraq. And we consider Iraq as an independent country and dignity country. Very, very proud people, even in other countries also. So one of the demand for all the countries in this region, including Iran, must be that, please leave us, leave us. So I think the roots of problem is that. And the outsider, especially American, should leave this region. The people of region are mature enough to manage the region.
So speaking of the immediate problem and the ripple effect is the, like you rightly pointed out, the increase in oil prices. Most economies are already dwindling. They're having a difficult time already. For India, it's going to be very difficult if global oil prices increase. And we are already seeing that. How difficult do you anticipate it is going to become if there is action in the Straits of Hormuz?
Actually, my government proposed a very good project in the name of Peace of Hormuz. And my president presented that to UN. And recently we have a very good conference on that in Tehran. We invited all the country in the region to be a part of that, to have a collective decision how to keep the peace and security in this region, a very important region. So I think if we can manage to take the region safe out of any tensions or escalations, the price will be also in very good and reasonable shape for both consumer and exporters. The problem is the tensions. The problem is the outsiders. The problem is the people who are making fire in this region. Otherwise, why the economy, growing economy and big economy like India should be suffered from something that is not economic reason?
But what do you think the impact for India is going to be? Chabahar is a very important project for India to enter Afghanistan, to have a route to Afghanistan. Do you see any anticipation of disruption of the Chabahar route that bypasses Pakistan and allows India access to Afghanistan?
Actually, we don't consider Chabahar project as a threatening or as a project against any third parties. No, Chabahar is a peaceful means to get all the countries in this region together to have business. And business means peace. And before that means profit for everybody. So I hope nothing will happen to Chabahar on this project. We had very good discussion in Tehran in Joint Economic Commission that held between the two ministers in Tehran. And before that also we had a trilateral meeting between India, Iran and Chabahar and Afghanistan for Chabahar. And all sides are very eager to push it and speed up the project. And I don't see...
You don't see the tensions impacting Chabahar or any regional...
I wish to not be, and should not be also. Because this is not only a project between Iran and India, it's a project for whole region and helping the whole region to develop their country, their business, and make the friendship and peace between all countries involved.
Your Foreign Minister, Jawad Zarif, is going to be here for the Raisina dialogue. How important is that visit really going to be? Because that will be the Foreign Minister's first visit abroad after the killing of Major General Qasem Soleimani.
Yes, actually, Minister Zarif's trip was planned from before. He was invited from last year as a key speaker and very well-known figure to Raisina, and he himself promised to Indian part to come. We wish he's coming. Of course, this assassination against my beloved general happened, but that will be very important. My minister will explain about peace, and his agenda is talking about regional peace in the conference. Before was planned for that. Of course, that will be also again continuing. So that's trip to India will be very important. His explanation and speech, and then meetings that we'll have in margin of that event will be very important. We consider that will be very good and very successful meeting for both countries.
Any expectations from India from this meeting?
Of course, we have and we will have very good relationship. India is very good friend of us, reliable friend, in both good and bad time. So as we have the regular meeting, regular discussion and consulting with India in different level, this time also will be very good meeting between the two sides.
You seem to have been misquoted yesterday in an interview. Would you like to clarify on your position on the statement that was attributed to you with regards to India's role in regional stability, given that US and Iran both are strategic partners?
Actually, I never said that we are looking for any mediator between Iran and any third parties. And I never said, and I never say, because it is not my authorization to say, to involve any other parties, including India, to mediate between us and some other countries. No, what I mean, India as a very important partner for us in the region and bilaterally can play a very good role to have peace and prosperity in this region. That not means that will be our mediator between us or some others. So India is for us very important. Relationship is very important. We appreciate whatever India can do to take peace and prosperity in this region by cooperating with the regional countries, and we welcome India in this region, and it is not a question of mediation or anything like that.
Finally, your foreign minister was denied visa by the United States of America. Are they in violation of the international agreement on UN headquarters by not allowing the foreign minister to speak?
Yes, this is also one of the very strange things. You see how the international laws and the international norms have been, used by American. So to not issuing visa for foreign minister of one country like Iran who wants to go to headquarters of UN in America, this is against all the norms and international law regarding that. Yes, if American doesn't like UN or doesn't like anybody, they can cancel even UN. So this means, and next time also, last time also happened for some other countries like Russia. So for some other countries, we do believe if like that, the countries should think for another arrangement, maybe to move UN to some other country much closer to India, to Iran, I mean geographically and indifferently, to not use any political and individual.
Neutral country within.
Yes, that will be very useful for the world and will be pushing for peace and prosperity, and unilaterally one country should not use that instrument or that opportunity for themselves to ban the others to not use their right in these organizations.
That's a very significant point you make. Many thanks for joining us, Ambassador, for joining us here on India Today. That's the Iranian ambassador to India speaking exclusively.